the children came out looking messed up. You know, and not saying when it comes down, because there's some fine ass Moabites out there, fine ass Ammonites, women of Vietnamese. You know what I'm saying? You know, Mongolians and whatnot, and Koreans and so on and so forth and whatnot and whatever. It's some fine ass women out there and stuff. You know, and a lot of them, some of them and stuff are Jake. You know what I'm saying? But. You know, to each his own when it comes down to a preference of what you like in women. But the thing is that, you know, usually it'd be a defect. You know what I'm saying? You know, not saying when it comes down to you Israelites out there and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, that you know, you're defected and whatnot and stuff. But the thing is, that's what usually happens and stuff when you have close siblings and stuff and they mingling when they not supposed to. Right? So it says, verse 10, it says, the nakedness of thy son's daughter, or of the daughter's, or the daughter's daughter. You know what I'm saying? You know, so if you a father, you know what I'm saying, you know, and you got a son and stuff, and he dealing with his woman, you can't have sex with his woman. That's adultery. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you uncovering her nakedness, your son's nakedness. And if you really look at it, speaking as a man, the scripture says in Genesis, which I grabbed. Salakia. I gotta be aware of this. This is Genesis 2 and 24. It says, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall become one flesh. Now, you know, you become a unit. You know what I'm saying? Because marriage means joined together. You know what I'm saying? So you become one unit. You know, but in the end, what tends to happen, the female, you know, she might bring something and stuff to the table where it's like, you know, yeah, I'm talking about like, you know, how her attitude is and how she is and whatnot and stuff, where she'll probably, you know, bring a new dish or something like that and stuff, or, you know, she gets you to try something new and whatnot that's clearly supposed to be, you know, that's lawful first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? But in the end, she's going to act like the man. The man is not going to act like the woman, because the man is alpha, no matter how his physical physique is and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got just to put it out there, you got too many movies where you have some popular girl, she get dissed, and then she trying to get back and whatnot, or she make a bet. You know what I'm saying? Like the movie, I think it's Love and Basketball, I'm not sure, with Nick Cannon. You know what I'm saying? You know. But it's other movies and stuff with a popular girl, she get dumped and she wanna get back at the guy that dumped her and stuff. So she picks the nerd or the corny man and whatnot and stuff, you know. And even though they probably ain't even having sex, because that usually be increased, you know what I'm saying? Even though they ain't having sex and stuff, he's already belittled in society and stuff as being a lame, a weakling, you know. Somebody that's unpopular and stuff, somebody you don't want to be seen with and stuff. But then what tends to happen, the way he flows and whatnot, his corniness and whatnot, the so-called popular woman that gets dumped and stuff, and she's supposed to know how to be cool and get the popularity and whatnot, what tends to happen, she acts like the so-called lame man that she's with. You see? You know? And that's not even just through sex. It's just that when it comes down to sex and stuff, it tends to be like more amplified. You know what I'm saying? You know? Right? So right, so pretty much, you know what I'm saying, you dealing with another man's woman and stuff, you know, you really dealing with the personality, because depending on how close they are or whatever and stuff, how strong the energy is that man had dominated her spirit, where her spirit is starting to act like the man and whatnot, you know, or act like him, even though she a female, but she acts like him, you know what I'm saying, right? Because they one unit. You know, if you having sex with another man's woman and stuff, you know, you really having sex with that man. You know what I'm saying? Because the personality and all the different things that she like and whatnot and stuff is based off how in tune that she is, or how united she is with her man. You know what I'm saying? You know? So if you attracted to her and stuff and she got a good personality, you really attracted to the man, because the man dominated her spirit. You see? You know, if you can receive it that way. That's why I said, speaking as a man, you know what I'm saying? It will actually be a homosexual act. You know what I'm saying? You know, because once that woman gets dominated and stuff, you know, the scripture says that her desire will be onto her husband. You know what I'm saying? Right? And with that being the case, she's going to be more like her man and stuff to give comfort, you know? And that's why also, when you deal with a woman and stuff, you know, and you know how to handle yourself, what's going to happen is that, say if you somebody who tends to get angry a lot, you know what I'm saying, or you unfair or you unreasonable and whatnot and stuff, and you dealing with your woman, guess what? She's going to be unreasonable. She's going to be unfair. She's going to be angry and whatnot and stuff, or quick to be impulsive and whatnot, because she's feeding off your spirit. You see? You know? Or your spirit is dominating hers, where she's more like you. You know what I'm saying? Because the beta is going to cleave onto the alpha, regardless of anything. And any man out here is alpha over the woman. Woman are beta. They're number 2. We're number 1. You see? Right? So that's just a side note and stuff, right? So this is 10 again. It says the nakedness, Leviticus 18 and 10 again. It says the nakedness of thy son's daughter, or of thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover. It says so you can't mess with the grandchildren. You see? It says for theirs is thy own nakedness. You know what I'm saying? You know, because that's your lineage. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's your blood. You having sex with your own blood. You know, which ought not to be. Right? So it says, (11), it says the nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter. You know what I'm saying? Begotten of thy father. She is thy sister, thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. And in a lot of these animes and stuff, you know what I'm saying, when it come down to slice of life, you have a lot of in other genres too, you know what I'm saying, like you'll have because the scripture says the jealousy of a woman is another woman. And in certain animes and stuff, you know what I'm saying, even if it don't be no freaky deaky and whatnot and stuff, it's just that, you know, the siblings be close and they actually cherish that relationship and stuff, and there ain't no sexual things going on, you know what I'm saying. But then if the brother and stuff has and this is how it usually go, it never be vice versa and stuff, you know what I'm saying. It doesn't really show that much in where it's the, you know, the brother, you know, liking onto the sister and whatnot and stuff, and they want to, you know, and the sister is being liked by all these guys and whatnot and stuff, you know, and the brother get jealous. Usually it'd be the fact that it'd be the little sister or even the older sister and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you know, and they worry about those times, you know what I'm saying, depleting, you know what I'm saying, or how they used to hang and chill and stuff. They had that one best friend and whatnot and happened to be part of the family and stuff, you know what I'm saying. They worried about them running off, you know what I'm saying, or leaving them in the dust, you know what I'm saying, right? You know, and they'll get jealous, you know what I'm saying, you know, they'll get jealous, you know what I'm saying, that another female is taking the time, you know what I'm saying, of the male, you know what I'm saying, that's supposed to be the protagonist or be the main character and whatnot and stuff in the anime, depending on whatever the genre is. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you find a lot of this in the Leviticus 18 in dark fantasies. You know what I'm saying? Right? It says, it's disgusting. It says, verse 12, it says, thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister, your auntie. It says, she is thy father's near kinswoman. It says, thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, your auntie, for she is thy mother's near kinswoman. It says, thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother. It says, thou shalt not approach to his wife. You know what I'm saying? She is thy aunt. So I'll read again, verse 14. It says, "Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother." You know what I'm saying? Homosexuality is clearly out of the picture. You know what I'm saying? That's a sin worthy unto death. You see? And whether you're a male or a female, doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Even you bisexuals and stuff, where you switch in between, where you heterosexual here and stuff, but you still attracted to females. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're a man and stuff, you heterosexual, but you still attracted to men. You got to get that purged out of your system, because the Lord will kill you. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's still within your mind and you still accepting it and stuff, then guess what? You have not loathed it, man. You see? You have not hated a wickedness, man. It says man. It's like it. Right, so homosexuality and stuff is out the picture and stuff. But then if you're your daughter and whatnot and stuff, and you're liking onto your uncle and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That better just be, y'all go out fishing. He teach you how to do a couple of things and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That would probably be, good later on in your life and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And stuff, or teach you the ropes about how harsh life is and whatnot. That's cool. But if you liking on your uncle and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you a female, you want to have sex with your uncle and stuff, that's a big no-no. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're an Israelite. If you a heathen, you know what I'm saying, you're going to pretty much do whatever it is that you're going to do, because you're not underneath these rules and regulations, man. You ain't underneath these laws, statutes, commandments, you see? Right? And it says, thou shalt not approach to his wife. You know what I'm saying? She is thy aunt. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Right? It says, thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter-in-law. You know what I'm saying? She is thy son's wife. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. So don't be trying to have sex. And you see that with Amari. You know what I'm saying? You see that on Bill Cunningham, Steve Wilkos, these different family shows and whatnot, and they be having feuds amongst the family and stuff, and that's there. It's not even, and most that be coming, it don't just be heathens, it be Jake. It be Jakes. You know what I'm saying? It says, verse 16, it says, thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. It says, it is thy brother's nakedness, while your brother is alive. Now, if you have a blood, now this is based off, when it comes down to your blood brother. You know what I'm saying? Because it's also in the book of Genesis. You know what I'm saying? When you had, I think his name was Onan. I think his brother was Onan and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if you got two brothers and they came out of the same nutsack and stuff out of their father, meaning they got the same biological father and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? If one of the sons die, you know what I'm saying? To continue his seed line and whatnot and stuff, the brother that's not dead and stuff will have to go into his woman. You know what I'm saying? And bust a nut, you know what I'm saying, bust it her. You're gonna have to have sex with her and stuff just to continue your father's, continue your brother that dies lineage and stuff, because you're the closest. You know what I'm saying, right? When it came down to '09, he didn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying, because first and foremost, when if your brother has a girlfriend and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and your brother dies and stuff, according to Romans the 7th chapter and stuff, that woman is free, you know what I'm saying, from she's free from her husband. You know what I'm saying? You know, and she'll be able to go remarried again. You know what I'm saying? Right? Uh, uh, um, so when that happens and whatnot, and then you have the other sibling and stuff, where if he's single or with a girl and stuff, he's gonna have to go in his deceased brothers, blood brothers, out of the same father nutsack and whatnot. He's gonna have to go in and stuff and continue his brother's seed line. And when and it's a spiritual thing too. You know what I'm saying? Because '09, what happened was that he pulled out. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to nut in his deceased brother's ex-wife. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was supposed to do so. Now, ain't no they break up and whatnot and stuff unless he give him the bill of divorce. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then at the same time, why would you be, you know, trying to get with your, you know, your brother's, you know, your blood brother's girl and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I mean, but not to veer off, you know what I'm saying? He didn't, '09 didn't want to bust into his, bust into his at the time, well, I don't want to sound weird. '09 didn't want to have sex with his deceased brother's ex-girl, you know what I'm saying? Because he knew that the child wouldn't have been his. You know what I'm saying? You know, now if he would have got her pregnant again, that would have been his lineage. You know what I'm saying? But since he was growing, since he was continuing his brother's line and stuff, because he died and whatnot, and he had to keep this and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to bust in her and stuff because he knew it wasn't going to be his son. You know what I'm saying? Even though it came out of his loins, you see, and it was a spiritual thing and whatnot. You see. And he didn't want to do it, and the Lord put him to death for that. You know what I'm saying? You know? Right? So, because, you know, you got to think about it and stuff. You know, your brother is dead and stuff, and you popping his ex-girl, you know what I'm saying, because he dead and stuff, right? And now she's able to remarry, you know what I'm saying, right? And the thing is that as soon as you bust one in her, you know what I'm saying, you know that's not going to be it's not going to be your lineage. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to actually be your son. It's going to be it's going to be the son, you know what I'm saying, of your deceased brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's how you know it's a spiritual thing, right? That ain't just, you know, sex and whatnot and stuff, right? And that was also a custom. That's a custom found in the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying, right? You know. Shoot, even in certain certain movies, you know what I'm saying, where you will have it be in a wicked sense though, where, you know, you'll have one brother and you will have two brothers and stuff. They either be twins or whatever and whatnot and stuff, or maybe not even twins and stuff, right? And you'll have one that's jealous, you know what I'm saying, you know, and already thinking about having sex with his brother's girl, or probably confronting his brother and stuff like, man, I don't think you should be treating her like that, and woo to woo, stumbling over the beauty of a woman and stuff, like it says in Sirach the 9th chapter. You know what I'm saying? And what they'll do, they'll either kill their brother or find some type of way to get rid of him and stuff, you know what I'm saying, just so they can deal with the woman. And usually when it's twins, when it's like twin brethren and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you know, they, you know, try to find some type of way, you know, bring up a fake letter and whatnot and stuff, and say that he died, and then the brother comes and stuff, and he's the one who actually killed him, you know what I'm saying, and stuff, and he hugging up on his girl. Now it's wicked, you know what I'm saying, that's wicked and stuff, but it would still be applied, you know what I'm saying, you know, even though it's done in wickedness, right? So it says, and then what would happen? They'll probably name the child after the deceased brother. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like in honor of him. You know what I'm saying? You know? This is you know, so that's the difference and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know? There's verse 16. I read that. No, verse 16. I ain't read it all. It says, "Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. It is thy brother's nakedness." You see? It says, "Thou shalt not uncover." You know what I'm saying? So while he's still alive, you ain't supposed to be having sex with your brother's girl. You know? Because in the end, it's still adultery. You know what I'm saying? You know? And why is adultery? You committing two things. You see? You coming against the Heavenly Father. You are three things. You coming against the Heavenly Father. You're also going against your blood brother and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right? And you committing adultery. So you committing three things and stuff. Committing three sins. You know what I'm saying? Or going against three laws. You're transgressing three laws. You know what I'm saying? You know? Three laws. You know what I'm saying? By one action. You know what I'm saying? You know? And this action can also be considered when you're thinking about it, lusting after her. You see? Right? It says, verse 17, it says, "Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter." You know what I'm saying? "Neither shalt thou take her son's daughter." You know what I'm saying? Right? It says, "Or her daughter's daughter, to uncover her nakedness, for they are her near kinswomen. It is wickedness." Right? And it says, verse 18, it says, "Neither shall thou take a wife to her sister to vex her, to uncover her nakedness, beside the other in her lifetime." Right? So that means like, say the girl you dealing with and whatnot, and she pissing you off and whatnot and stuff, or she pissing you off and stuff, or she's doing some stuff that's causing you to hate her and whatnot and stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, I know how to get you. I'm gonna have sex with your sister because I know your sister like me too, so I'm gonna fuck her. You know what I'm saying? Just to get you mad, you know? Because going back to the scripture, let me grab it. It's in Sirach. It's like it. Bear with me. And where was 18? Right. I think it's around 26. Like it. All right, so it was in there. I passed it. So this is Sirach or Ecclesiastes in the Apocrypha, chapter 26, verse 6. It says, "But a grief of It says, "But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman." Because what's gonna happen? She's gonna give you all types of hell. You know what I'm saying? You know how she, what you see in her. You know what I'm saying? Or why you like her. You know, she gonna she gonna give you all types of hell. It says, right. I mean, that's pretty much the point, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's why you don't do it and stuff, because it's gonna cause problems and stuff between two siblings, right? And it says It says, verse 19, it says, also thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness as long as she is put apart for her uncleanness. Meaning that, say if she, say she give birth to a newborn babe and stuff, whether if it's a son or a daughter and stuff, you know what I'm saying? She's supposed to be separated and stuff, you know what I'm saying, until her times of uncleanness is over with. You know what I'm saying? Right? And her time of purification. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to deal with her. And also, you know what I'm saying, when she's on her period. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be, you know, for you nasty ass niggas out there and stuff, what they call it, red winking. You know what I'm saying? You know, even if she ain't bleeding and whatnot and stuff, still, bro, she's, you know, she's PMSing, bro. She's in a period time and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, you ain't supposed to be licking at and stuff, you know what I'm saying, at that time. For you nasty ass niggas out there who don't care, you know what I'm saying, you know, you just thirsty, right? Especially if you're doing that, because that's disgusting, you know. But you're not supposed to deal with her, you're not supposed to have sex with her. Really, when a woman is on a period and stuff, she's supposed to go somewhere else, you know what I'm saying. Usually it'd be like another side house and stuff that she can go to, you know what I'm saying, where she got maidens, you know what I'm saying, you know, heathen slaves and whatnot and stuff, or you know, or what they call them, midwives and whatnot and stuff that would deal with her, you know what I'm saying, in that time. You know what I'm saying? You know, she's supposed to be separate, you know. It says 20. It says, moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife to defile thyself with her. You know what I'm saying? Because what do you do when it comes down to dealing with your neighbor's wife? You know what I'm saying? You know, and what is your neighbor? Another Israelite. You know what I'm saying? You know, he could be Mexican. Don't be trying to fuck his girl. You know what I'm saying? You know, he could be Puerto Rican. Don't be trying to fuck his girl. It could be another so-called black person and stuff. Don't be trying to fuck his girl. Even though she be trying to go and whatnot and stuff, because the scripture says that wickedness, it's but little to the wickedness of a woman. Just because she ready to go, you know what I'm saying? You should know better and stuff, because guess what? You will destroy your own soul. No, you actually show that you hate your own soul. Right, so this is Proverbs 6:29. It says, so he that goeth in to his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent. And be innocent of what? Adultery. It says, verse 32, it says, but whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. So you destroying yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're messing over yourself. You're cursing yourself. You see? You're putting yourself in harm's way, you know what I'm saying, because you want the pussy so bad. And she giving it up. Now, yes, we are adulterous generation. You know, you have most of the women that you're dealing with and stuff, she ain't no virgin. You know what I'm saying? You know, so technically she ain't your wife. And most of the men and stuff that she dealt with, them niggas still alive. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it was Esau, Edom, so-called white man and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You know, who put it in the heads, put it in the spirits of our people and stuff to think that, you know what, there's plenty fishes out there in the sea. You'll probably hear that from your mother or your auntie or your cousin. You know what I'm saying? You know, they've been doing it and whatnot. You know, or it'd be like, well, the man get to do it and stuff, so we should be able to do so too. No, you can't. You can't be polygamous. If you don't want to be called a hoe, don't be polygamous. You know what I'm saying? You know, the only thing you need to worry about is polygamy. If you don't want that title and stuff, then deal with the man that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You know? And for like you know, certain women and stuff where it's like, well, I need to go back to my first nigga and stuff. No, you with somebody already now. You might as well just stick with them. You know what I'm saying? Because then you still going to be committing adultery if you go back to the first guy you ever dealt with. You know what I'm saying? Because now the guy that you dealt with recently and stuff, You know what I'm saying? And you had sex with him. Once you go back to your original guy, you still committing adultery. So if you cheated, you left and whatnot and stuff, you know, more than likely you all separated for a reason, and man's going to serve the Lord, including you women. You see? Right? So back in Leviticus 18:20, it says, "Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife to defile thyself with her." Right? And that word lie is the word shakapath. It's the shadaka, the banatha, shakapath. It says a sexual lying with. You know what I'm saying? So it don't mean, oh, we was just sharing the bed. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was only one bed and stuff, and I ain't trying to lay on the floor, so I got in the bed with her. You know what I'm saying? You know, even the sight of it and stuff brings different thoughts and stuff, especially if it's another man's girl. You know what I'm saying? You know, she might be a cuddler and stuff and be like, yeah, ain't nothing wrong and stuff, and she throwing that thing back and stuff. And from it's a comedy skit and stuff, but it was talking about when you have a lesbian roommate, and he was like, man, can we cuddle? You know what I'm saying? It's all Nelly vids, and he was like, can we cuddle? And she was like, Cornell, I know that ain't what I think it is and stuff. And he get up, what do you think it is? You know what I'm saying? She like, come on, man. You know, she like push him off and whatnot and stuff. But then the so-called lesbian homie roommate and whatnot and stuff, she says, well, I am kind of cold. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you want to cuddle? She was like, yeah. She was like, yeah. It's like, if I ain't remember it correctly. But she was like, yeah, and whatnot. She was like, but hey, don't tell nobody. He was like, oh, you kind of thick. And then she must have brought it back and stuff. He's like, oh, don't do that now. You see? So say if she's a cuddler and stuff and she want to, you know, feel heat on her back or feel another, because, you know, people be having with them body pillows and whatnot and stuff just so they can snug with and stuff. What if she like that and stuff? She throw it back and you like, ho, and then next thing you know, one thing leads to another and stuff because she feel the brick, and now she on some wickedness and stuff because Satan is on her. You know what I'm saying? Messing with her flesh and whatnot. She, oh no, and whatnot and stuff. And she trying to see if you going to be like, fuck it, let's do it anyways. You know what I'm saying? There's too many problems that can happen. You see? So it's not talking about just laying in the same bed and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Which you wouldn't even try. Don't tempt the Lord, right? You know what I'm saying? Because anything can happen, you know? And so it says, moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife to defile thyself with her. And when they come down to that word defile, it's the word ta'amah. It's the ta'amah. It says to be fouled, especially in a ceremonial moral sense, contaminated. It's defiled, defile self, pollute self, make self pronounced unclean utterly. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's a profane thing to do, and profane means outside the temple. You know what I'm saying? That's meaning unholy, man. You see? Right? Verse 21, it says, and thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through. That's it. No, actually, I'm gonna keep going. It says, verse 21, it says, let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Verse 21, it says, and thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy power. I am the Lord. So, you know, when women say, you know, oh, there's plenty of fish out there in the sea and whatnot and stuff, you know, or they be like, what he don't know, don't hurt him and stuff, and you teaching your children this and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you know, you're causing them to be spiritually destroyed. You're offering up onto an idol and stuff, because when it comes down to these false gods, they have their own instruction, and a lot of their instruction are the things that the Lord doesn't approve of. You know what I'm saying? So what are you doing? You're destroying your child, because now, you know, even if even if your child is old enough and they know better and whoop the wound and stuff, you know what I'm saying? The thing is, say if there's a single mother, right? You know what I'm saying? And she's bringing man after man, man after man, man after man. The daughter is gonna think she can do that too, because who will be the first role models? Who will be the first teachers in their life? The parents. You see? You know? You know? And it'll be the same way when it comes down to the fathers and stuff. You know, they gang banging, bless their sons in and stuff, and be like, yeah, he gonna be part of the woo to woo. You know what I'm saying? You know, well, really, when it came down to gang banging, you know what I'm saying? You know, or when it came down to actual gangs and stuff, it was really to keep the police out of the neighborhoods after we were able to own our own land and or have our own houses and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, after the switcheroo of slavery. You know what I'm saying? Right? And I think the movie Rosewood kind of show that too and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll come around with the paddy wagon and whatnot, and they'll be looking to take out freed slaves, or I think it's called indentured slaves. If you know, it's like if I got it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Or certain slaves and stuff where they was free, but they still worked as servants and stuff. They would try to take them and stuff and then bring them back to the plantation and stuff, because remember, Esau Edom, he's not up front. He's not true. He's a thief and a liar. You know what I'm saying? You know, the thief coming not but to kill, steal, and destroy. And that's what they was doing. But so right, so when the water about so when it come down to the gangs, it was really to keep the police out of the neighborhood and stuff, because the police was still on some bullshit and stuff, snatching people up and whatnot to take them onto plantations. You know what I'm saying? You know, or they probably and with other stuff, right? Which hasn't changed. You know what I'm saying, right? It really hasn't changed. It's probably been modernized. You know what I'm saying? If I'm saying a word correctly, modernized, I think it's the word, or modernized. I'm not saying it correctly, but you get what I'm talking about and stuff. It's been made modern, but it's still the same, you know. But but nowadays and stuff with the gangbang, it's like, yeah, I'm finna bless my son in and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And you are teaching him, and stuff, you know what I'm saying, to, this, that, and the third and stuff, but it ain't the laws of the Bible. It's actually a custom from another man, you know what I'm saying, and really, you know what I'm saying, with that not being the instruction of the Most High, you know what I'm saying, you causing your own son to go astray and stuff. So guess what? You putting them through the fire as well. You know, when you got them eating pork, shrimp, lobster, catfish, crab, calamari, you know what I'm saying, snails, mussels, clams, abominable foods and whatnot and stuff. You're putting your children through the fire. And what happens if you actually physically put your child through the fire? Your child gonna burn up and die. But you spiritually doing it and stuff. So guess what? You're gonna keep them spiritually dead. You know what I'm saying? And if they delighted, the scripture says, train up a child. So like, yeah, I wasn't expecting for it to go like this. The spirit is like the wind. I think it's 18:26. Nope. Proverbs 22:6. It says, train up a child in the way he shall go, or even her, right? It says, and when he is old, or she will not depart from it, right? So the thing is that you could teach your children how to live a certain way, you know what I'm saying? But that way is the way of death, you see? Right? So, verse 22, it says, thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind, homosexuality. It says, it is an abomination. It says, neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith. And it was another anime that I came across, and I don't think it was an anime at all. I think it was a cartoon, but it was one of them adult cartoons, and I didn't expect it. You know what I'm saying? And it's called I forget what it's called, but pretty much what it was and stuff is that they was dealing with different species and stuff and making ratings. You know what I'm saying? Cause it was just a bunch of brothels. You know what I'm saying? But they was dealing with different species and whatnot and stuff and giving ratings which was the best ones. You know what I'm saying? And the you had this one, you had an angel, you know what I'm saying, who fell from heaven in his halo, you know what I'm saying, which the halo goes to sun worship, you know what I'm saying, but had the halo, and his halo was like broken, and he was talking about he was supposed to heal and whatnot. He was missing a piece of it, you know what I'm saying, you know, and he fell from heaven, and I know where they got that from, you know what I'm saying, but what happened was that he was I think it's called a Aphrodite. Salakia. Hermaphrodite. I think that's how you say it. Let me see. Actually, I could just do it this way.